Take picture. Stop recording video. Button. Camera.
Hey.
Logo other.
So the deal with wrestling is that it's one of my biggest passions. I love the business. I love wrestling. I love watching it. I love reading about it. I love even reading biographies. And it's been so boring lately on the WWE end of things. I literally found myself like falling asleep during Raw and SmackDown. But I've been really enjoying AEW. It's been fun. So yeah, that's just my little tidbit about what's been going on with me and watching wrestling lately. Now on to other stuff. As you can see, my apartment is shaping up nicely. I don't plan to make this too cozy because I don't plan on staying here. There's my older space. It's not much, but I've got like a bookshelf, and I'm really appreciative of the people who have donated me furniture and stuff. So I've got a bookshelf for like
Messenger. Take picture.
for my Asian space,
Speech off.
and I've got a bookshelf for, well, when I say Asian space, I mean specifically Chinese dedication space to Guanyin. In Buddhism, she's known as the Buddhist of Mercy, but amongst, I'm not sure what the term would be, I guess just say polytheistic Chinese deities. She's a mother goddess and a healing goddess, and then next to that, I have my setup so far with a Rashkigul, which is the Sumerian goddess of the underworld. I never really gone in too much about my spiritual stuff. I always just said I'm pagan and Satanist, which is true. And then in the door over there is my staff. It was made by a friend who lives in Ireland. Let's see if I can get it in the... So it's made of bog oak, and it's got a crow feather on it. And this corner, I am most likely going to have an altar set up for the Morrigan and the Dagda. So, and I've been studying more, and more on my pagan stuff, and just in general studying more and more, being more disciplined and stuff like that. Trying to like balance my emotions along with my not logical, so to speak, but trying to balance out the emotional and the intellectual, so to speak, you know what I mean? So instead of lowering the emotional, which is very difficult for me, I would much rather just heighten the intellectual stuff of what I do. Which, and plus I'm planning to be more proactive about uploading lately. I got more time on my hands. I've got more going on. I just didn't want to upload videos and bore people about nothing. And now there's more stuff to talk about besides my transition in life. There's other things, like I said, I've always talked about blind gaming and wrestling and a little bit about my practice. And another thing about me is that I am, besides blind and a trans woman, I'm also a Nichiren Buddhist, which at some point I'll go into that. But yeah, this is a quick little video. Just wanted to do maybe a video a week, and then if things pick up, if things get a little bit more faster, honestly, I don't think certain things in my life are going to change until I get back to Baltimore, because I'm waiting for my partner to come get me. as a blind person in the middle of nowhere who cannot drive, who doesn't have people to drive her to Baltimore and move her shit and help her with the Section 8 porting process, I don't have people to stay with in Baltimore, like permanently, and that's what I need. I need someone permanently to stay with in Baltimore to get the Section 8 porting process bullshit done. And that's what happened. That's what failed last time. You know, it was a failed experiment. I didn't get on too well with my roommate, and there was just problems, mental health problems, all sorts of problems, and I relapsed mentally, which means I started self-harming again. And then I was like, I stopped self-harming once I realized what I was doing. And I went, you know, because sometimes you do it without realizing you're doing it. And I went back here to recuperate, because the last 5 months did damage to me, basically. It was poorly planned, and that was big on my part. I think had it been planned differently, and I think had I had a permanent space in Baltimore, those were the two variables. I probably, because I was very, very anxious about the time going down, and I was so close. I almost got a place in Baltimore. But, you know, my partner is planning to come get me in a few years, whether it takes like 2 or 3 or 4, however it takes. She just wants me to take care of myself and take care of my mental health. And that's something else I want to talk about on this channel, is mental health, because people don't talk about it enough. I know that during my generation, when I was growing up in the millennial, you know, in the 90s, we started to see it. We started to recognize it. We just didn't talk about it. And now I have a bunch, you know, the Gen Z friends I have, my best friend, and my other best friend who is a millennial. We see it. We talk about it. We do what we can for each other. And, you know, things like fucking mental health shouldn't go unspoken about. Things like gender identity shouldn't go unspoken about. Things about sexual orientation shouldn't go unspoken about. I am a very fucking liberal person. I am very far left. Those are other things people probably don't know about me. I'm very, like, pro-LGBT, anti-racism. So, yeah, any racist comments on my channel, any homophobic comments on my channel. I happen to be a lesbian as well as transgender. You know, they're not okay. And so I just felt like not just doing an update, but also kind of updating what my agenda is for this channel, because it's been kind of just in limbo for a while, because my life was in limbo. But now I don't think my life will be in limbo. I don't think it'll go as fast as it should. I don't think that I'm going to necessarily get the kind of job I would like. I don't think I'm going to be wrestling next year, because that's a dream of mine, and it definitely is possible that a blind person can. In fact, Paige's brother from WWE, Paige herself, she's retired, and her brother trained a completely blind person. So that's why I started getting in shape and started working out more and started being like, okay, maybe I'm not anywhere near a facility right now to train, to learn, to do all this, but someday, and just because I'm 33 doesn't mean anything. Diamond Dallas Page was pretty fucking up there when he started. So, you know, even if I don't get to do it, I'm going to keep trying, because that's all you can do in life. You know, I'm going to look into a pro wrestling school in Baltimore, save up my money, and ask my partner to, you know, if I can just get a ride, like, I guess on their maybe on their day off or something, to the fucking pro wrestling school, or maybe I can hitch a ride on Lyft. Who the fuck knows? I don't know where the future's going to take me other than with my partner and into Baltimore. So that is all for now. I did want to go back and eventually elaborate on my experience in the ICU, pancreatitis, how serious diabetes health is, and how serious it is to take care of yourself and to not let anyone like fucking boss you around or tell you what the fuck to do, or not to let people like trample all over you and try to push you in a direction. Okay, so that's all for now though. Bye.
Speech off, take picture, stop recording video.